Hey, what's up guys? Phantom Null here, and we are here in the last 30 or so minutes of City of Heroes. Very sad times, and actually we were recording at a wonderful 13 frames per second. Oops. So let's turn the graphics down a little bit. I didn't want to just turn them down to complete crap immediately. And my microphone is brushing against my chin. That's not good. Trying to avoid blowing into the microphone, of course. You know what? I don't want to have to deal with all these advanced settings. So let's turn that off. And I think I'm slightly above recommended. So let's try actually recommended. Okay, I'm not. Oh wait. Okay, just took a second. How about performance? Thinking some more. Still thinking. Okay, and and we're a little better. You know what? We'll go with this. The game obviously doesn't look quite as good, but you know. I've got a friend messaging me here. That's actually who I've been hanging out with tonight for the most part. She's the friend who I have the Victory supergroups with, and my Virtue one as well, ultimately. It's all good. It's very informal. But yeah, good times. I planned on hanging out with you until the end anyway. If at all possible. We've spent a good bit of time hanging out together on this game, so it only seems fitting that, you know, we spend the end here. Just chilling. I moved my main here, Black Rose of Thorns, actually from Virtue over to the Victory server, because Virtue was having tons of problems, and I didn't want to miss the close of the game, of course. Oh, there we go. Attention in 30 minutes. City of Heroes and City of Villains servers will go down for the final time. It's hitting me pretty hard too. But I feel like I'd more or less come to terms with it. And I feel like I had, you know, I definitely don't feel like I'm gonna cry or anything. Forest room in the RFP base. Oh, okay. She was demo recording some of her bases that she'd worked on the Protector server. So that's a base that I'm not familiar with. Realizing that you won't be able to come back, huh? Yep. It's somber. It really is. I mean, you know, you think about all the time you spent here and all the sort of the memories you've collected. You know, it's kind of sad. And you know, there's most of the chat going on and looking for group, and but most of it is cross server here in Save COH. So, you know, you're able to get you know, most of what people are talking about from that. Though it's more or less the same things. People hate NCSoft and and you know, they wish the game was sticking around, and you know, people, you know, how they're feeling emotional about it. The demo recording now, at least. That's good. Got demo records of our bases. And of course, the YouTube videos. I've just seen them, but they're already up. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be obviously very informal video because you know, I do want to kind of hang out with my friend here at the end, and you know, but at the same time, I want to catalog this, you know, from my perspective. Here on Virtue, we're on the center platform below the Atlas statue here. He's holding the earth on his back. West at Roxanne's grave. at least we've got some things to remember our time by. Not that that's a great deal of consolation, but it's something. And you know, I mean, I kind of think that's how you have to look at it, right? I mean, you know, we got the memories that we collected here with, you know, memories of the people we met and the fun we had, and the, you know, the creative juices that we poured into our characters, and you know, in my case, you know, sort of the time and effort, and you know, the fun of just sort of trying to create these characters and make them as effective as I possibly could, because I was definitely someone who loved to focus on the builds of the characters that I got into. So tonight, it's funny, because I figured I would spend most of today playing City of Heroes. And, you know, I logged in at just a little afternoon, you know, after I got showered and, you know, had some lunch and all that good stuff. But when it came time to play, I really didn't feel much like playing. And obviously that's not because I, you know, don't love the game or anything. It's because, I mean, it's kind of hard, you know, and I felt that way on and off over the last little while, but, you know, I feel like it definitely, today was the worst of it, you know. I mean, just realizing that, yeah, this is it. Like, after today, if I go to that login screen and type in my login information, it's just gonna say, hey, can't connect to the server, dude. All that stuff is gone, and that really sucks. I mean, hopefully, eventually, in some form, City of Heroes will live again. I mean, I don't honestly expect that, but hey, one can hope. If NCSoft did, you know, ever go belly up or anything, there's a chance they could need to sell their assets, and someone who could acquire City of Heroes that would, you know, actually care enough about it to at least put it back up in a form of where it was static. Which, honestly, I don't understand why NCSoft doesn't do that with numerous of their games, rather than just killing them off. Like, I understand that there's some kind of tax write-off, you know, in Korea for closing this. I don't know the details, but I've heard that numerous places, so I assume it's true. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I don't know the specifics of that, but it seems strange to me because it seems like they would have a steady stream of income from these games with very little overhead. Because at that point, you figure if they didn't have an active staff, they would only be paying the people who were, you know, maintaining the servers, which they maintain, you know, their other servers as well. It's not like they have a specific place, you know, just for City of Heroes. I hear that they lease these servers. I mean, I don't know that for a fact or anything, obviously. This is all hearsay. But, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to speculate too much, you know, when you're on the outside looking in, like, you know, we are for this entire thing. NCSoft has told us, you know, basically nothing throughout this entire thing. It does sound like, you know, they had some offers, but, I mean, again, this is all, you know, just things you hear. But it doesn't sound like NCSoft really had any motivation to sell. Like, I don't think they entered into negotiations with any sort of good faith. Because, I mean, look at their track record. Tabula Rasa, what's called Exteel, I think, was another one. And there was 2 more? Gosh. I don't remember the other 2. I'm drawing a blank, even though I should remember them. But, yeah. So, you know, I mean, this is just what they do. They're douchebags, basically. And, you know, this will keep happening to their games. So, I mean, if you're going to play an NCSoft game, I mean, by all means, if you're interested in the game, I mean, play it, you know. It's your decision, obviously. But I think that people at least need to be aware, if they're entering into these games, don't expect them to, you know, run on like a lot of the SOE games or something. You know, of course, excluding the Star Wars Galaxies thing, because that was, you know, a strange situation with the Star Wars license and all that. But I don't know, man. NCSoft as a MMO company really sucks in terms of looking after their player base for the long term. So, people, you know, for those NCSoft games that are coming. I mean, it's funny. I was looking forward to WildStar, which is an upcoming game that's being published by NCSoft. Before all this, I have absolutely no interest in playing it now. I mean, I would be interested to play it, but I'm not going to give them any money, and I'm not going to get really invested in it. You know, knowing what I know now, I've already bought Guild Wars 2, so yeah, I'm going to play that, but I don't think I'm going to get as invested in it as I did City of Heroes. Like, even if I liked it that much, which I don't like it as much as City of Heroes, there would be that part of me, you know, that was being hailed back. Just knowing that, you know, that they'd done this. Hey, you know, let's go out dancing, I guess. Or well, let's at least dance for a little bit. My spines are dancing too. Come on. Let's dance like it's the end of the world. This is my end of the world groove. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's sad that I wasn't able to kind of go out on Virtue, but I don't think that that a lot of people that I knew over the years would really be there anyway. And you know, just my good buddy here is the only person that I really knew I wanted to you know, close out the game with, if at all possible. I did get to talk to some people that I played with over the course of the evening, and that was cool. I know how to get in contact with the leader of my old Virtue supergroup, Global Co., so that's cool. Though I think that, you know, pretty much the supergroup itself is all kind of breaking off and kind of doing their own thing. So yeah, I'm not reading the chat much because I'm terrible at multitasking, and if I do more than one thing at once, I just kind of derp out. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, you got you know, a good number of people here. I have tons of people on my friends list that just aren't around though. I mean, which, you know, I mean, I had about 8 people I think on at one point during the evening, but you know, I mean, most people have just stopped playing that I knew to play the game, so it is what it is. Let's see. Take this moment to thank Pizza Rolls. How can something so small be so good? Amen. I have to respond to that. Amen. Perdition. Amen. Pizza rolls, man. I'm at least gonna, you know, offer a message to the Save COH channel, you know, because the community, it does feel like, you know, kind of been part of a whole over these past few years. To everyone I've ever teamed with, and for being such an awesome, not an AE awesome community. I doubt any other MMO will ever compare. It's been a blast. Yeah. And it has been a blast. Man. Oh, my buddy earlier, you know, she was going through with the Titan Sentinel program that basically saves information about your character that you collected in an XML file. You know, and they say they're going to do something with it. Hopefully they'll at least get a way to, you know, sort through the file and look at all your information in an attractive format. Like it shows all your badges and you know, what you had slotted and all that, and your costume pieces that you had. Though of course it won't have information actually on the costumes. But yeah, and she has 100 characters even. She clocked it, and I was like, wow, because I probably have about 60 characters, and that's just me guessing. And you know, it's not like I play all 60 characters. I mean, I probably jump between every now and then about 30 of them, maybe. I mean, if I consider that each page in the City of Heroes list, on each server list, I mean, has 12. I filled up the entire Virtue first page, and I'm about halfway down it, so that's about 18. And I play all those characters pretty regularly, and I filled up all but one slot on Victory, which is another 11. So yeah, that's almost 30 right there, and that's pretty much all the characters that I play on a frequent basis. So, you know, somewhere between about 28 to 30 characters, if I had to guess. I play on any sort of consistent basis, which, you know, granted is a ton of characters. You know, and it isn't like she plays her 100 characters with any frequency either, but, I mean, even tallying up all the characters I've ever made, I think it's only about 60. So, I mean, it's like, I feel like this game sort of helped my creative juices to get flowing, but not like that, basically. Let's do stance villain 1, because I really like that stance on Black Rose. Like, if I had to say, like, an image that sort of epitomizes what I think of her, it would be her in this stance. You know, sort of a dark character, you know, sort of tragic past, and kind of angry. I mean, but at the same time, she does try to do what's right, so, you know, it's kind of, she's got that hero, she's definitely a hero, but, you know, definitely a more, what I'm trying to say, a more extreme hero, I guess. Kind of like, you know, the New Age heroes, more like, you know, Wolverine or something like that, but not like Wolverine. You know, it's not like she's another Wolverine clone or something, because Lord knows there's enough of those, but I just mean in that sort of, you know, not very, simple and clean way, like a Superman. Not that, you know, there's anything wrong with that sort of traditional superhero, but I tend to find the characters with a little more, with the more relatable superheroes more interesting, and a lot of people have different trains of thought on that kind of thing, you know. You know, some people prefer the traditional ones, saying that superheroes should, you know, epitomize basically what we should all strive for, and therefore those heroes that are basically almost above being human in terms of their morality and, you know, how they rise above, you know, that's what a superhero is all about, and that's really what they should be. I'm more in the train of thought that, you know, I like my heroes to be relatable, and that includes, you know, ones that are super powered. So I just find that a little more interesting, and I think that the way that I tend to compose my characters kind of reflects that. Bit of a drama whore, I guess. Hooping over to Atlas. I'm just standing around jabbering into a microphone. Shibby. So how much time would you have left? It's 2:46 according to my cell phone, so we have about 14 minutes left. I am in Atlas 1. Atlas 1. Is it full? You can tell because the icon when you pull up the start menu, of course it comes out with your taskbar, and it lists the name of the zone you're in, and it just said Atlas Park in mine. So then I shall move. Ooh, which one is open? Fancy bow. Then to 3 I go. We're gonna Ouroboros out of here. And then we are going to hop right back into Atlas Park 3. Like I said, I want to close out City of Heroes with my buddy here. And reflect on the memories, you know? The good times. But, you know, the Save City of Heroes group is trying to send letters to Disney at this point to buy the game, which I don't really expect anything to come of that. But, I mean, man, like, those people that are still fighting, honestly, have have more drive, I guess, than I do in terms of, or more hope, I guess, maybe is the better word. Did I go to Paragon Island? I am derptastic. I don't even know if it's loading. Well, I knew that the game was going to shut off, but I thought it would be a little longer. Like another 12 minutes, maybe. This is great. This is riveting. Yeah. Click, click, click. I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Hello. Hey, it's loading. Gosh, that sucked. Okay. I went to Peregrine on pure habit. Right there. Oh, man. Oh, I can't believe I did that. See, I think that that was largely because I'm multitasking, or at least that's what I'm going to blame it on anyway. You know, I can't play and talk and think at the same time. Like, that's too much for my little brain to handle. But yeah, now we're going to go to Atlas Park for realsies. And now here we are. Let's go. But yeah, you know, I do hope that City of Heroes can be saved in some form. Let's have a seat. Sit bench. 1. Yep, that'll work for going out. I'm gonna turn off her other auras aside from her spines, but yeah. Need a tiny beer can. I wouldn't mind one myself right now. Ah, that 10-minute message, man. Thanks for all the fun and memories, everybody. You rock. Everybody, because I misspelled everybody, because I tried to type too fast. How are you holding up? I mean, you know, I know I'm gonna hold it together. You know, it takes quite a bit to phase me, but just, you know, gonna be a lot of sighing in these last 10 minutes, I think, you know. Yeah, I hear ya. We'll be reminiscing for a long while, I think. And we will. You know, I'm definitely, for the rest of the evening, I'm gonna be thinking about City of Heroes. There's just no getting around that. Not sure what I'm gonna do after this is done. I'm kind of wound up. I know I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep. To the bases remind me a lot of characters, backstories. Yeah, I hear ya. Though I didn't have a large RP group or anything like you. Bunch of crazy folks that were a lot of fun and loved speed running. We did ITFs in 14 minutes. Good times. Just one. tonight, but I didn't really feel like it. I was kind of fading at that point. Yeah, I got tired at one point tonight, but yeah. But I came back and, you know, came back around. The memories are what really count, if you ask me. Just my opinion. Doesn't really matter if they're about the game itself, or the characters, or the people. Party in Pocket D. I did not go to Pocket D much because I never got into the casual role-playing aspect. I got into, I mean, of course I would conceptualize my characters and stuff, and I would roleplay with my buddy here because, you know, we were involved, you know, prior to the game. Like, we've known each other for, gosh, since I was like 13, so like 15 years now we've known each other. So, you know, I just feel comfortable, you know, bouncing our character concepts off each other and things like that, and it was a lot of fun. But I never got into the casual role-playing thing of just walk up and, okay, let's start interacting with our characters. I don't know. We're having a swimsuit contest. There's a random pirate cowboy Jesus bouncing around. Just the fact that you could be a random pirate cowboy Jesus made this game so awesome. Oh, God. You said it. I was on a Statesman TF earlier, and somebody said that there was a flaming homosexual and a little girl on our team, and it reminded him of why COH was so special. True story, of course. Jedi, but everyone's a Jedi. I can choose between 10 classes. I can choose between 4 roles. I can be a pirate cowboy Jesus. It's so true. You could make anything work in the COH. You just had to bend a little bit. But either way, you could make it work. Kind of angst one more time. She's using self-destruct. That's angst, alright. Global Code, that's my old super group. Said it. Global Code was the bomb. Yep, you're immortalized as Essex exploding. Oh, I got better, she says. Oh, how many versions of Essex did you have? At least 4? That's not how you spell that. What? I don't... The original... well, whatever, really. I know you have a Malta one and at least 2 more, I think. For all the fun and memories, everybody. It's been tons of fun. Thank you, devs. Original S, I'm gonna change here. Okay, original S, Malta S, Praetorian S, 7 alternate modes for a Transformers thing I was thinking about doing. Wow, that's quite a few. Yeah, well, I posted in the Safe COH channel, but I didn't mean to. There we go. Yeah, 3 black roses. But they were all the same, just different servers. Evil infected Essex that looked like 2 RPs, but lasted like 2 RPs for us. It was too weird. Essex as a villain is hilarious, I have to say. Well, you take your favorites with you everywhere, you know? Ain't that the truth? Well, so long the concept isn't totally wrong. So long, Paragon. So long. We have 1 minute, everybody. Thanks for spending the end with me. 1 minute. Best game ever. And I mean, I've spent nowhere near as much time with any game, so, I mean, yeah, that definitely sums up my feelings. You know, I don't even think that she feels, you know, that way, but, don't know what I can say. There's not a ton to say, right? But at least we stuck it out to the end. See you on the Titan forums, says Xandor, and yes, I shall. I'll shoot you. You know what? I'll just text her after this. I was gonna say I'll send her an email, but I'll just text her once this is done, and you know, once I wrap up the video. And it is now 3 a.m. Eastern Time, midnight Pacific. So any second now, the servers will shut off. Shadow creeping up the stairs is freaking me out. Not sure what she's talking about, but I don't know. I don't need to post another goodbye. You just see the goodbyes and you kind of wanna, you just want to say goodbye too, right? I mean, so many good times. You know, even with the let's do stance villain 1. And this is how we're gonna close, I think. We'll get Essex in the shot. Shadow Atlas statue was totally creeping up the stairs. Made a weird effect. Maybe you got it on video. Maybe I did and just didn't see it. I'll at least render this before I hit the hay. I'm sure. If I don't straight up just upload it. But yeah, it's the end of City of Heroes. April Fools, it's now 3:02. Yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic. I gave all my lines, you know, my goodbyes and everything now. So what am I supposed to do? Because now it's just going to shut down in some random moment. Awkward lateness. I'm not either. How do I keep the video going? NCSoft. ITF. ITF, 14 minutes. Go, 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 go. I'm not going, no, no, no. Well, you're... Yeah, we don't really have a choice, Samurai Co. Samurai Co is someone who's done tons of interesting videos for City of Heroes. A lot of good promotion for the game. Rambles on. So, we're here at Paragon City Hall. Oh, NCSoft. The Dimensional Devourer is awfully late today. Somewhere in Borderline. Just said they fired too many staff. Nobody knows how to kill the game. Nobody knows how to unplug the server. God damn it, Jeff. Didn't you get the memo? What the hell? Hold torch. Change it up. Oh, I think the game just shut down. Yeah, that's it. I was just about to hold torch. I kind of wish I'd done that at the end. So, that's it. We are now going back. We're being forcefully disconnected from the server. I don't know if you heard the Windows log off noise, like of a pop-up. Yeah, I can't even alt tab. I'm gonna have to wait though until this works, because I can't stop the Fraps video until this is done. And there was the a text from my buddy. Okay, well I'm gonna try to Control-Alt-Delete out of this. Yeah, I have no idea if we're even still recording. Hey guys, you know, when I Control-Alt-Delete it out, it ended the Fraps video, so I'm just here to wrap up the video. I log back in, and as you can see, you can get to the server select screen, and everything is gray. Very sad evening. Bittersweet playing it for the last time, but you know, I'm glad I stuck it out. I'm glad that I played until the end. And I have no regrets about, you know, my time I spent with City of Heroes. Such a fantastic game. Such an outlet for creativity. Such a game that just allowed you to feel empowered, to make your characters go from, you know, barely being able to handle, you know, one lieutenant to being able to tackle, you know, 16 bad guys at once and, you know, more. Just, I mean, man, it's just a great game of empowerment, creativity. It promoted social aspects with super sidekicking, or rather auto sidekicking, with the Ouroboros system that allowed you to play whatever you want, whenever you want. It just, I mean, so many things that I feel like MMOs should take from this game, and I feel like they'd be better for it. Just a true innovator, and just a real joy to play. City of Heroes was fantastic. Did it do everything perfectly? No, of course not. Do other games do some things better? Yes, of course. Do other games do things that City of Heroes could probably learn from? Yes, they certainly do. Did City of Heroes, I mean, you know, do other games have entirely different avenues that, you know, don't really fit with a game like City of Heroes and vice versa? Of course. But I do think that City of Heroes, it definitely left a mark in the MMO space, you know, though it wasn't the most popular MMO, you know, though it came out literally just a couple of months before the absolute behemoth that is World of Warcraft. I feel like it was a niche MMO in many ways, you know. I mean, it had quite a few people playing at its peak, but you know, that's sort of what it became ultimately. But it just, such a friendly community, such a devoted group to this game, and I'm among them. I mean, I can't claim that I'm, you know, the absolute most die-hard guy. You know, I'm not like Tony V from the Titan forums leading the charge, this huge campaign to try to save the game, you know, which I was involved in, but you know, there's no way that I could ever, or that, you know, my personality would really even allow me to kind of rally that many people for a cause. I think I'm kind of actually a quiet, mellow fellow most of the time. And I mean, but this is the kind of game that will drive out a passion in you. And if it got its hooks in you, I mean, I feel like if you had a passion for creating characters in any form, this game appealed to you because of its amazing character creator. I mean, I guess in terms of just that avenue, Champions Online isn't a bad substitute because it does have a fantastic character creator. But, you know, the art style, the atmosphere of the game, there's many things about Champions I just don't really like. The City of Heroes, I feel, called to me more. And, I mean, it's all about personal preference, but, I mean, I'm just ranting on and on. But the bottom line is that City of Heroes was a game that did a lot right, and, you know, I think firmly deserves a spot in people's memories in terms of the MMO space and how it's changed over time. And, you know, of course, bear in mind the people that spent so much time, met so many people, met the love of their lives, you know, met friends that will continue on beyond the game, just had fun, exercised all kinds of creativity, all of that. Just the time and passion spent with this game. You know, it's something basically that now can only be lived in our memories. So it's bittersweet, but I don't regret a minute of it. And if you watched this far, thank you very much for watching. And please stay tuned in the future for what this channel will bring. And you know, take a second to remember the fantastic game that was City of Heroes.